Something massive, something not from this solar system, and something accelerating toward our planetary neighborhood has just disappeared. Right now, this strange object, officially named 3I Atlas, is invisible. Not because we've lost track of it, not because we can't scan for it, but because it's perfectly positioned behind the sun, hidden in the blinding glare of our closest star, untouchable by any telescope, radar, or satellite we have on Earth. Astronomers call this a solar conjunction. For a few crucial weeks, it's like the universe itself has drawn a curtain between us and whatever this thing really is. On its own, that might feel unremarkable. Objects often pass behind planets or the sun due to orbital mechanics. But here's the disturbing part. 3I Atlas will reach its highest speed, its moment of greatest energy and closest approach to the sun, while it's completely hidden from Earth. This isn't just a dramatic alignment. It's the exact time scientists would perform a spacecraft maneuver using the infamous Oberth effect, the method we've used on probes like Voyager, New Horizons, and even the Parker Solar Probe to slingshot deeper into space. So now the question arises, one that's sparking headlines, Reddit threads, and speculative papers. Is this object maneuvering while we're not watching? And if so, who or what is doing the maneuvering? Let's explore this mystery the way a scientist or an alien-hunting skeptic might, by following the data. Here are 8 strange anomalies that make some experts wonder if 3I Atlas isn't a comet at all, but something else entirely. Now we meet 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar object ever observed, and the most massive, fastest, and weirdest yet. It's not just larger, it's titanic. Early estimations suggest it's up to 1 million times more massive than Oumuamua, and yet, somehow, it's moving even faster. That's the first clue that something's off. Bigger objects move slower in space, unless they've been pushed. And for 3I Atlas, pushed hard. Astronomers quickly began tracking it. The closer it got, the more questions it raised. Its speed, orbit, composition, and timing looked wrong at least, for a natural interstellar comet. So far, so weird. But the real rabbit hole begins with its trajectory. Most objects entering the solar system from another star just barge in. They're chaotic, wild, arriving at awkward angles, as if flung randomly. That's what we'd expect from pieces of ejected debris from alien solar systems. They shouldn't act like locals, but 3I Atlas does. Its orbit is almost perfectly aligned with our ecliptic plane, the flat plane shared by all major planets. It's tilted by less than 5 degrees, almost like it's been inserted into our planetary dance by design. To give you perspective, this level of alignment, by pure chance, would be like spinning a basketball from 10,000 miles away and having it land flat on a coin on the court. Not impossible. But you wouldn't bet your life savings on it. This led researchers to their next question. Where exactly did this object come from? That's when things went from strange to eerie. Let's rewind to 1977. Astronomers using the Big Ear radio telescope captured a bizarre radio burst from space. Sharp, strong, lasted exactly 72 seconds, no known origin. To this day, it remains one of the most tantalizing unexplained signals in scientific history. In red pen, the technician circled the printout and wrote one word. Wow. Now, catch this. When researchers traced 3I Atlas's inbound trajectory, they found it came from a region of the sky within 9 degrees of the WOW signal's origin. In astronomical terms, that's no small thing. That's the cosmic equivalent of finding a second message from the direction where a mysterious, one-time radio blast was captured. Again, could be coincidence. But how many coincidences can pile up before we stop calling them that? Still, few things are more revealing in astrophysics than the behavior of an object near the sun. And what 3I Atlas does when it gets close isn't normal. Comets eject gas and dust as they heat up near the sun. Their frozen components vaporize, creating jets that trail away due to solar radiation pressure. Usually, these are scattered, unpredictable, and ejected away from the sun. But 3I Atlas has something different. A compressed, focused jet of gas pointing toward the sun. That directionality is weird. In fact, it doesn't align with natural outgassing patterns we've studied in hundreds of comets. Some researchers proposed, what if this isn't a gas jet, but a form of propulsion? Using pressure or expelled mass to subtly nudge a trajectory, just like our own ion thrusters or gravitational maneuvers. This theory alone wouldn't hold weight without constant anomalies backing it up. But the timing of the jet aligns with something known to every space engineer. October 21st, 3I Atlas disappears behind the sun. October 29th, it hits perihelion, the closest point to the sun, and its maximum speed. That's the moment when any propulsion system, natural or otherwise, would get the most payoff for the least energy. It's called the Oberth maneuver, a real and frequently used spaceflight tactic. NASA used it with Voyager, Cassini, and most recently, Parker Solar Probe, which slingshot around the sun to reach its record-breaking speeds. Now guess what moment 3I Atlas chooses to go dark? Exactly this one. Let's be clear, we can't see what it does during this exact period, not because it's too far, but because the sun, the very thing that gives us life, blinds every telescope and space probe we have looking inward. Was this moment chosen? Built into its course? And if not by design, how can we explain the sheer precision? Now let's talk about its composition. Studies of its gas trail, a kind of fingerprint in space, revealed baffling findings. A surprisingly high nickel-to-iron ratio, something we use in industrial alloys. A bizarre nickel-to-cyanide ratio that doesn't exist in any comet or asteroid we've cataloged. And here's the kicker. Only 4% water content. Let that sink in. Comets are usually dirty snowballs, chunks of ice, carbon compounds, and rock. But this, it's dry, metal-rich, chemically irregular. It resembles manufactured material more than any known natural object. NASA has carefully avoided wild speculation, but behind closed doors, researchers are scratching their heads. Could 3I Atlas be constructed? Not an asteroid, not a comet, but something made? Light tells us more than almost any probe can, and when 3I Atlas passes light by, it reflects it in a strange, negatively polarized pattern, meaning it absorbs polarization in a way that none of our known comets or asteroids do. To date, we've never witnessed this level of extreme polarization in a celestial object, ever. Some believe this effect could be created by flat metallic surfaces, or smoother than usual surfaces, like those of artificial satellites. Could this be a primer for stealth, radiative shielding, or something we simply haven't imagined yet? Even if it's not tech, it almost certainly isn't a comet. Remember how 3I Atlas is 1,000,000 times more massive than Oumuamua? Despite that, it's moving faster. That's like a freight train going faster than a motorbike. It shouldn't work, unless something gave that mass energy. A push, a launch. Some scientists suggest it may have been flung by stellar gravity from another star system. Others wonder, what if it wasn't launched by nature? So now, we've got perfect ecliptic alignment, a coincidental connection to the WOW signal. Active sunward jets at perihelion. A disappearance timed for peak orbital energy. Anomalous mass. Strange metals. And a radar signature like no space rock in science. If this wasn't from another star, we'd think it came from here. Let's be careful. No credible space agency has declared 3I Atlas an alien ship. No disclosure. No smoking gun. Most scientists still lean toward rare comet with odd behaviors. But almost all agree. This is different. It may be natural, but it's not normal. As Arthur C. Clarke once said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And in space, there are no magic tricks, only evidence we don't yet understand. What do you think? Is 3I Atlas just an icy interstellar visitor? Or could this object be under some kind of control? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to feature your theories in a future video. Whether you're a skeptic, a space nerd, or a believer, this is a cosmic mystery worth debating. If you're fascinated by the strange, the unexplained, and the cosmic, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning.